Hello folks, we're back in my kitchen and we're siphoning the cider what we made, well, I suppose a couple of weeks ago. We've got a date I think on here when I started it, 8th of November. And these automatically siphons are absolutely brilliant, aren't they, Nigel?
Yeah, they're so easy to prime. Look at this.
Yeah, just look at that. So what we're actually doing is that was the cider and it's finished fermenting. We're now siphoning it into another container, and then from here, because it's going to be free of all the sediment, we are then going to put it into bottles. So we're just doing it's just to make it easier for us.
Yes, I think the siphon goes down to about 2 inches from the bottom.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Do we need to put it in a bit more? We're still right.
I think wait till it goes down a bit further,
yeah,
and then we can push it down the last little bit.
Yeah.
You can see the liquid isn't crystal clear, but that's important. We don't want it to be at this stage.
Okay.
Because we want it to have a little bit of yeast in it.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it won't prime the bottles properly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. We'll be showing you in a little while the bottle stage of it.
Yeah.
Don't think there's anything else at this stage to say, is there? No,
Don't think so really, no.
Okay,
No.
so we'll catch you shortly.
You can explain what I'm doing if you want.
Okay folks, we're continuing with the wine. Now this is one of the not so pleasant tasks, and that is making sure everything's sterilised before we, you know, at every stage. And so what we're actually doing is, I'm actually got some, I'm using some of this cleaner steriliser, and we've got 2 teaspoons of that into this bowl of water in the sink, and I'm basically just basically giving it a good shake, and Nigel was actually swilling it out then with clean water to make sure there's none of that.
Yeah, so we can't smell the chlorine. And I found it takes 4 times, a little bit of water 4 times before the chlorine smell goes. And it can't be rushed, because it takes time for the chlorine to dissolve in the water. So you can see Julie's job is a lot faster. Yeah, she's done about 15 bottles, and I've only done 4.
But I'll be helping Nigel at the end. And if you, these, what's the word, PET bottles, is it?
That's right, yeah.
Yeah. If you hold 4 or 5 of them in a bowl of this solution, they will actually fill up. And you just hold them under for a few seconds. Then you've got enough fluid in each to give it a shake around. Don't do what I've just done, folks. And the problem with our kitchen is it's so tiny. The space is a bit...
I'll start pouring my water into there so we don't cross over.
I'm trying to think how much we got, Nigel, about...
I think there's 40 pints.
Yeah.
Is that what it said? How many gallons is
I
that?
can't remember, what's it saying on there? There's...
It's about 4 3/4 gallons.
Yeah. Not going to be short of alcoholic beverages this year. Maybe I might have to start having a little tipple now and again.
I'm running out of space here.
Right. Well, the suggestion is, if I empty the bottles out over here, then I know...
Oh yes, then I can possibly put some over there.
Put them back into the box.
Yeah.
And it does help, folks, if you have got somebody helping you, like Nigel. Okay, that bottle's all free for you, Nigel.
Okay.
There we go.
So I can start putting those in there?
Yeah, yeah. You don't want to...
Yeah, that's a good idea, thank you. Can I just come round, please, and fill this jug up?
Yeah.
Top.
Right. Well, folks, I think you can see what we're getting up to. I think we'll pause the video for now, and we'll get back to the next stage when we're actually pouring it into the bottles.
Okay.
Okay. We've all got sweat on, folks. What you didn't see was Mum's made some mince pies. Shall we show you that?
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
There you are, look, folks. They won't last for Christmas, but and they're made with brandy.
Oh, that's good, but they're taking space up, so we're
Yeah.
very constricted in here.
We're lucky though, because when I got home she was baking them.
Yeah.
And I told her not to use the room, and Dad had, but she took no notice. Anyway, folks, we've just put in about 30 bottles, haven't we, with sugar.
That's right, half a teaspoonful
Oh, hang on,
of sugar.
we are recording,
Yeah,
sorry.
half a teaspoonful of sugar in each one, and the reason we do that is to prime the cider, so that when we add the cider, there's enough sugar to form enough CO2 to pressurise the bottle.
And that means give it fizziness.
But when you're doing 40 bottles, it's easy to get all mixed up and knock the bottles over, and we've finally worked out a method for doing it effectively. And the first thing we found is, with your sugar, don't spoon the sugar directly out of the packet, because your spoon keeps hitting the side of the packet and it goes all over the place. The sugar goes all over the place.
So put it in a dry mug.
Dry mug, there we go.
And then you've got to be organised, and you've got to line up your bottles. We spent ages sterilising these and rinsing them.
Right, then you get a funnel and make sure it is absolutely dry. Completely dry, not a trace of water on it. Because if you leave any water at all or moisture, you put the sugar in and it will block up. It'll stick.
So then, when you've got two of you, which makes life a lot easier, you can drop the half a spoon of sugar in, and if you hold the mug up, you're going to get less over your surface.
Good, that's it. Right. Next job is to start putting the liquid, the cider, into those. So I think what we'd better do is pause the camera again.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll work out how to do it the best way, and then we'll switch it on again and show you.
Okay, folks, we've got a method now to doing this, so you'll be able to... I'll let Nigel explain.
Yeah, we've tried using different sized jugs, and a little drop in a big jug, and a lot of cider in a small jug, and
we've decided rather than syphon, where we think we might end up with getting more mess, we've decided to use jugs basically.
Yeah, the trouble is with these bottles, they're plastic, and so they're
tiny.
They're tiny, and they're also very light, so they're not that stable. So you have to hold them when you're filling them up. Let's see, we've done those 5. Right, shall we show them how we do it then?
Yeah, yeah.
Right. So, big jug to start with, and Julie will fill it about 80% full.
Now the surface here has been sterilised, folks, and so is the jug at the bottom of the jug has been thoroughly sterilised in and out.
That's it. I'll top it off. The danger is that you get a line of bottles all full of cider, and then you knock one over and you lose the whole row. You need to fill your jug up again when you've emptied it.
Yeah.
So keep going, a bit more, stop. We're filling some of the bottles right to the top, and with the others we're filling them to within 1 inch of the top to see if it makes any difference for the ease of opening. When I've made cider in the past, what I've done is I've left about 1 inch before at the top, so that when you open it, it doesn't spray everywhere. There's a bit of space to let the gas into. But notice you've got to be organised.
And it helps if there's 2 of you.
Yeah, it's really a lot easier with 2. Keep going, keep going, keep going, a bit more, stop. Yeah, one of you with a big jug fills most of it, and then another person with a small one can just top it up. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, stop. Okay, that's 5, and then we've decided we don't want more than 5 standing uncapped in case we have an accident. So now we put the tops on.
Now on these caps, folks, if you've not made drinks with these tops, there is 2 parts, and there's a habit of tearing that bottom bit off, but you shouldn't, because what happens when you put them onto your bottle, they act as a seal, and when you undo it, it separates the 2 parts.
Yeah, shall I just, they'll hear it click if I
Yeah,
do that.
yeah.
As I sort of turn it down, listen. Did you hear the click? And that means it's sealed. And then when you take it off, the bottom part of this stays on the bottle, and the cap just comes off.
Yeah.
Let's fill this one up again. Okay, is this the last 5? Oh no, there's some more on the floor
Now we've
down
got
there.
another 4, 8, 12 to go. 12.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Shall we do another row? Shall we?
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Yeah, keep going. It won't overflow, not enough yet. Stop. keep it full, keep it going. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Stop. Keep going, keep the funnel full. Keep going, stop. Refill. Yeah, just put a bit more in. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Stop. Keep going, keep going. Stop. Right, and then the caps again.
You never expected this, did you, Nigel? That I'd
Definitely not. Right, 15 more to go.
Okay. Right. Now, the other thing we've decided that when we do anything future like this, what we're going to do is make sure that we've got a flat surface, because the draining board is grooved, and you've got to make sure you're careful where you put these things. If it's totally flat, it would make life easier, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would. And there's another thing that you have to be careful with on stainless steel sink units. They're not designed to hold really heavy weights. And so if you're going to put a 5-gallon brew on top of a sink unit, make sure it's strong enough to take the weight. And if it isn't, spread the weight by putting a piece of plywood cut to size on the top.
Are you sweaty, Nigel?
Oh yeah, I think I have to take my shirt off next. Right.
We'll have enough to fill all the bottles.
You've got about 6 inches deep. Stop. 6 inches deep left.
Yeah. No, there's not 6 inches. It's about 4.
Oh, right.
So what do you think you tasted this cider, Nigel?
Well, apart from being flat, as it's bound to be at this stage, it's nice and appley,
Yeah.
and it's a little bit tart. Stop! As it should be. And so when it's primed and it's a bit fizzy, it should be nice.
Yeah.
It should be a good drink. And to test when it's primed, what you do is you feel the hardness of the bottle. The bottles go hard as they pressurise.
Alright.
And if you get to the stage where any of them fall over, that means they're just about to explode.
Yeah,
Because
but
what's
you
happening-
don't have that with plastic.
Well, you have a sort of explosion. It's not dangerous. Stop. But it does spray stuff everywhere.
Oh, does it?
Oh yeah. And occasionally they fly around the room like little rockets. So if you find one has fallen over, approach it cautiously, because it means it's the bottom of the bottle has blown out.
Right.
Well, not blown out, but it's bulged out, and that's what's made the thing fall over.
Oh, I've got you.
Bit more. Stop. Drop more. Stop. Right, 5 more tops. Where's the... Oh, there it is. I suppose really we ought to shake the bottle a little bit for each one to make sure the sugar's mixed.
Yeah.
Or at least, you know, sort of invert it like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because otherwise it'll take longer for it to prime.
Yeah. Well, perhaps we'll get them all done and then...
Yeah, and then do it,
then we know.
go through the lot, yeah.
Yeah.
We chose to do the cider first because there's other wine jobs to do as well. We decided to do the cider first because the alcohol level is quite low, and that means it's not as stable as wine. We didn't really want the cider sitting around in a fermentation bucket for too many days without being bottled up. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, stop.
It's very misleading, this, with the quantity, isn't it?
Yeah, it's difficult to judge it when you've got a large start at large.
No, but I mean the amount. I thought we might not have enough to fill these bottles, but we are going to.
How many? Well, we've only got 4 more, haven't we, after this one?
Yeah.
That's good. Oh, well, if you've got a plastic pop bottle, we might have to put the rest in that if there's not enough room.
Yeah. Well, we have got some more. Oh, sorry.
Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, stop. Right, shall I fill that, pick this up and fill that up?
Yeah.
Give us some idea of how much we got left. Well, there's a little bit more as well that won't go in. I think the viewers are if there's any left, are waiting for us to knock the bottles over.
We took this approach, folks, that we would, after so many, we would put the caps on in case there was an accident. We wouldn't actually.
You can imagine a domino effect with lots of these all lined up, and you knock one over, and the whole lot could end up in the sink.
And I'm sure some of you experienced ones have probably had that happen.
I suppose we could make a little box to hold 4 or 5, couldn't we? So that they
don't tip.
Oh, so they don't tip. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be worth doing.
How are we doing then?
Yeah, we've only got 2 bottles left, and we've got more than 2 bottles worth of cider. Right, so we'll need a pop bottle or something to put the rest
Right,
in.
okay. Well, I've got a cider plastic one.
All right, that'll be right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keep it going in. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Stop. I'll bring it forward a bit. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Stop. Well, that's 40.
I don't know, is it 40 or is it 35?
Well, I've assumed they've given us 40 bottles. I've not counted them.
I'm not sure. I think I've got a feeling. Sorry, folks.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
32, 34, 36, 37, 38, 39.
It can't have given us
There's one, there's a
39 bottles.
There's a cap left.
Oh, that's odd.
Oh yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
So if we've got 40 bottles now, Joe,
Yeah.
are they 750 millilitres? No, 500.
Well, I think they're half litres.
I mean, maybe
Are they?
we've got 20 pints of beer then. Cider.
I'm not sure.
I don't know. Unless they're 600.
Well,
Could
it
be
was
600,
4.5 gallons before we started,
Yeah.
and there's 8 pints to a gallon, so that's 32. So that'll be at
36.
38. or
38.
30. They can't be far short of a pint then.
Yeah.
They're just a little bit less
Yeah.
than a pint.
And I've got a cap here.
Well, that means a half litre. I bet they're half litre.
Yeah. Well, this is the cap where I had a play around with. wasn't it?
Yeah, so it hasn't got the other bits.
No, so we'll leave that for.
Yeah. Okay, next thing to do is one of us, well, I can do that if you like, I can just invert all the bottles just a couple
Yeah.
of times.
Do we need to say any more on the camera?
Where are we going to store them? A cold room or a warm room?
What's best?
Well, it'll make a difference. If you put them in a cold room, they'll probably take a month to prime. If you put them in a room like your office, probably a fortnight perhaps.
Well,
If
we've
it was
got
in-
room in the office, I can put them.
Yeah, if they were left in the kitchen,
Yeah.
I mean, I know you can't, but it's
Yeah.
really warm in here, perhaps they'd be ready in 10 days.
It is actually this temperature, you know, in the office.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. I think it's just because we're working and
Yeah.
it's
What you mustn't do is put them in a room and leave them and forget about them, and then 3 months later you'll hear explosions in the middle of the night, or you'll
Why's
go
that?
in because the pressure will build up and it'll split the bottle. Well, it might do.
so you got to drink it before then, is that what
Well,
you said?
I suppose if you've only put half a teaspoon in there,
Yeah.
then it's not likely to actually build up enough pressure to split the bottle. But you must keep an eye on it,
Right.
because I have been caught out by drinks splitting plastic bottles and making an awful mess
Right.
because it's sticky.
Okay.
You know, you get sugar solution on a computer keyboard
Yeah.
and it
yeah.
never works again.
No. Yeah.
Right, I think that's all I've got to say.
Yeah. Okay.
Right, I
Right,
hope that's been
folks,
informative.
It's been a bit of a long one, this one.
Yeah,
But I hope it gives those of you who've never done any cider making from kits, just an idea what's involved. Looking at the time, I think you came about 4 o'clock time, was it?
Yeah, so it's taken
Hour and a half,
to
do all this bottling up. So, you know,
yeah.
and we've still got a little bit to go in a bottle, haven't we?
Yeah, and then a little bit of washing up at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
we're going to leave it at that. Thanks for watching, and keep an eye out for the next ones.